Hello, football fans. I apologize for being late with this, but it's been a crazy week for me. But but yeah, I know we're almost into the next round, but let's talk a little bit about the divisional playoff, shall we? Because it was insane. It was pretty insane. So yeah, the divisional playoff. I always love the divisional playoff because it's the last bastion of Saturday football of the overall season, and it was pretty eventful. While the AFC side was same old. The same four teams from last year were in it this year. The NFC side was wild, and let's just talk about. Take a look back at how we got to this point with a look back at the divisional playoff. Well, you have to be a fool not to see this coming. Houston can't be trusted. They can't. I knew I knew Houston was going to lose this game. I kind of feared it would be a blowout, but it wasn't. It was close, but in the end, it was bad play, terrible kicking, and of course, bias officiating in the mid. They made up everything in the book to call on Houston, while Kansas City got away with everything. Of course, that's football. Kansas City gets all the calls. So that's seven straight conference championship appearances for the Chiefs because, well, it just bees that way sometimes. Yikes. Seriously, who had this happening? Who saw this coming? I mean, something told me Washington was going to win this game because I just had a feeling they had the oomph and they were going to like squeak it out. There was no squeak. It was a loud roar. Ironically, because well, they were playing the Lions, but the Commanders totally dominated this game. They trailed twice, but the rest of the way it was Washington the whole time. Jared Goff was committing turnovers, which is rare because he doesn't throw picks. But he threw a pick six in this game. He threw two others. It was just wild and insane. And here's the thing: as a result of that, the NFC North had three playoff teams, a combined total of 40 wins, none in the playoffs. None. Even crazier, we had the least embarrassing loss. We were the seventh seed. That's the seed that's supposed to lose. Never mind last year. But yeah, the Lions won 15 games. 15 games. It all went to pot. They went backwards. Oh man, where do you go from here? Except see what you can get with the 28th pick in the draft. My goodness. This was a good one. This was a real good one. I kind of figured it would be. Um, with Washington's win, whoever won this game would be at home, and I was kind of hoping the Rams would kind of take it because the Rams meant they would go back. They would play another home playoff game, but this time they would get to play in their actual stadium in front of thousands of fans in Inglewood, with full of emotion, not just for the Rams but for what they've been through. Unfortunately, the Eagles had other plans. It was kind of a semi-ugly game from Philly, but it was good enough for them to win it. That's kind of been their MO this year. And Philly is playing for the conference for the second time in 3 years. As for the Rams, they have nothing to be ashamed of. They kind of played with house money. They had another comeback season. They were 1-4. They were supposed to be done, and then all of a sudden they win the NFC West. That deserves some applause right there. So Rams had an amazing season, but it now comes to an end, and we have two NFC East teams in the conference championship, and neither of them are the Cowboys. Oh, that's a nightmare for Dallas, and Dallas's nightmare has been getting worse and worse in the last week. Oh, Andrews. Oh boy, I just want to say this. I'm going to be very nice about this. I don't ever want to hear anybody who says Lamar has all this help, who tells that big lie. I don't ever want to hear people say Andrews is basically the second coming of Travis Kelsey ever again. That's all I've heard from people who basically don't like Lamar because he's black. They make up this story that Lamar has all this help, and the main thing they say is Mark Andrews. He's the main one. Mark Andrews is the sole reason why Baltimore season ended early. He lost one fumble and he dropped a crucial 2-pointer after Lamar, as usual, led the way to a clutch drive. So yeah, Lamar played his ass off, but it was not to be, and now we got Buffalo and Kansas City again. Oh God! But at least Lamar's going to get a well-earned MVP, and he did earn it. He should get it. He was the best He was pretty much the best quarterback, at least in the conference, if not the league this year. But it's not to be. He will not be playing for the conference again. And there we have it. It's down to the final four. We got variety in the NFC. While the AFC, it's the same old song. My goodness. And we're just moments away from it. We're just moments away from it. It all kicks off in about just over 12 hours. We're actually just over 13 or 14. But anyway, the NFC is first on Fox. The Commanders and the Eagles in Philly, NFC East battle. Like I said, 2 NFC East teams are in the conference championship, but neither of them are the Cowboys. Speaking of, also, with the Commanders making it, this means that since Dallas's last appearance in the conference, every other team in the NFC has reached the NFC championship in the last 30 years, except for Dallas. Yes, even Washington. Yes, even Detroit. And yes, even the Bears and the Vikings, and even the Carolina Panthers. Yeah. And even in the AFC, the last time Dallas made the conference championship. Isn't that sad? But yeah, so it's Washington, Philly in the NFC championship. That's first. And then the second game is the AFC game, and it's Buffalo and Kansas City again. Can the Bills please do something at Arrowhead other than fold? That's all I ask. That is all I ask. That's all anybody asks. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But anyway, like I said, the 2 winners are off to New Orleans for Super Bowl 59. That's gonna be on Fox. So that is my recap, my long overdue recap of the divisional playoff weekend. If you like this video, click the like button. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe and want more. If you're on TikTok, feel free to hit that follow button. The link to my story on Vocal is up above. Check it out when you can. And I will be back very shortly, very soon, with a recap of the conference championships and to get you football fans ready for Super Bowl 59. So stay tuned and enjoy Championship Sunday.